Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Biggles Breakdown. I am here with the Digivolved version of Dan Blackroyd, LiquidBlake.
Greetings. I have
Greetings.
warped Digivolved straight to LiquidBlake.
That is right. Warp Digivolving. You know, they actually have that mechanic in the game, the trading card game right now. It's fucking
nice.
cool. It's fucking cool. I use it with Vmon to Ultra Vmon or Ultra Force Vmon.
Got to the gold one.
Yeah, right to the gold one. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got the Game in Ronin. We got Chunk the Punk. We got Retro Collective, who is at work. We got Dan Blackroyd, who is right here on the panel with me. And we have myself in the chat. So, the Biggles. Yes, that is right. We are talking about something I've always loved. We got Timon in the chat. Hello. I'm out of focus. What the fuck is going on? Oh, there we go. I'm back. Okay, that was weird. I was digivolving.
Digivolved blurry Biggles.
Blurry Biggles. That's my virus form instead of my vaccine form.
Yeah.
So we're talking about something I've always loved. Digimon for me came on. It was probably like the 5th anime I ever saw. And like at this time, I had no idea the difference between anime and cartoons. I was just like, yeah, whatever. And I was like, these creatures are so much cooler than Pokemon because they like talk to you. They can
had personalities.
Turn really big. Yeah. And like they could go back to their older forms, which I always thought was lame in Pokemon. Be like, oh, he evolved, and now I can't get the one that I like better. Like Quaxley, the new water starter in Pokemon. I don't want him to evolve because the evolving is really lame. I just want him to stay a cute little duck forever, and I can't do that. But with Digimon, they digivolve or de-digivolve back because they don't have enough power to sustain the Digi-evolution, which is really cool to me. I fucking love Digimon. Digimon has a great soundtrack. It does have a great soundtrack. Takanori Arisawa. Yep. Okay. I still sing the theme song to this day.
Oh, for sure.
And just Digivolve into champion, right?
To save the digital world.
Yeah, it's just I still I'll be like walking around and just start humming it. But so they were just like little kids, and they got these cool ass things called Digimon.
Brilliant marketing and merchandise promotion as well, having the Digivices.
Yeah. I didn't have I think I did have the Gen 1 ones, but those were like Tamagotchis.
Basically,
And the first one, I forgot what happened to it. I think my dog ate it.
Oh.
I think my dog ate the first Digivice I had, and I was like, son of a bitch. And then when the season 2 came out, and I got my Davis and my TK one, so I had Patamon and I had fucking Vmon. I took care of those things. I had them running for about 2 years, and I searched and I searched and I searched for like 4 hours. I found stuff that I haven't seen since I was like in middle school in my closet. And I couldn't find it, and I freaked out because I just wanted to show off my Digivices. Be like, I had Vmon, took care of him every day, straight. I had Patamon, took care of him every day, and now I don't have either, and I'm so sad about that. But Digimon, when you watch the new one compared to this one, now Sabin's, how do you say the old place that was it? Saban. Okay, yeah, Saban was the first one that had it, and It was a lot different. And now it's Toei Animation that has it. So you know how Toei does it. Fucking huge power spikes,
Yeah.
huge power strikes, great fight scenes, right? The fight scenes in the new one are so much better than the old ones because the old one would reuse the animation all the time.
Oh yeah.
It would
Especially
they would just
especially
change
those
the
Digi
background.
evolutions.
Yeah, and the fighting.
Yeah, the fighting was pretty much Agumon doing that pepper breath for about the same animation for about 30 episodes.
Yep. All the attacks were redone and just like slightly changed the background.
Yeah.
Or all the Digi evolutions were all the same. But the new one is just like a whole bunch of fighting, really good animation, huge power spikes. Like Omnimon comes out in episode 2 or whatever. So you have the strongest Digimon possibly in all the digital world out by episode 2. And you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And it's so weird not having the normal voice actors that were in the earlier one, like, because that's what I grew up on. That's what I watched all the time. And as I was telling you backstage, I met the new voice of Kari, who's the voice of Rei Ayanami. So I kind of was like, oh, that's awesome. And me and her talked probably for like 10 minutes because they had no lines, just about her, like what it's like for her to voice the new Kari.
That's cool.
And she was also Ty's mom. She was also the voice of Ty's mom.
Oh yeah.
So not only is she Ty's little sister, she's also Ty's mom.
In the movie as well?
No, in the new series.
Oh, okay.
And then I don't know if you've played Persona 5, but Makoto is the voice actor of Makoto is the new voice actor of Sora, and her voice is so different from like the original Sora's voice.
That always throws you, doesn't it?
Yeah, and even though I love the voice like that the voice actress of Makoto uses, I do not like it with Sora. It ruins everything for me. Because little Biggles had a huge crush on Sora and Mimi. Huge crush on Sora and Mimi.
I can imagine, yeah.
Yeah, huge crush. I was like, oh. They were trying to rival Android 18 and who was the other one? Android 18 and Sailor Venus for me. I was like, huh, holy smokes.
Because everyone's got a sailor out there that's they liked from childhood probably.
Yeah. But like I loved those two because I'm like the same age as the Digidestin.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, growing up watching this. So the Digidestin gets caught to the digital world, right? And they they run into usually good Digimon, but they have to deal with the black gears of Devimon. Yep. And you find out that the Digivice is what gives them the power to help them Digivolve. And then after they beat Devimon by Patamon finally Digivolving, and you're like, holy shit, the smallest one has the strongest Digimon.
Yeah, and that was one of the coolest transformations into Angemon.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
Patamon to an angel? What?
And just comes out and absolutely wrecks Devimon.
Yeah. Yeah. Fist of Light or something like that. Hope of Light or something like that. And then they go on Waymon's back across the ocean to Server, and they meet arguably the coolest Digimon, bad guy. You can make a great argument for him being the bad. I'm the king, baby. Edamon.
Yeah. Hey, little lady, it's me, Metal Edamon.
You got Edamon, who's basically Elvis Presley.
In cartoon form, like they could not have tried any more to make a character more like Elvis.
And he was so cool. He was just
Yeah.
like going around in like the limo and stuff, and
Swinging on the vines, and then he's just rocking out with this megaphone.
Yeah. And then he's like, "Oh, I was gonna bring them all in with my music so they'd wonder what the sound's like and what's this magical thing I'm hearing."
It was
He's
just
like,
so batshit crazy.
It was great. I
Yeah.
loved it. Edamon was so fun. Now I only got up to the end of Edamon in my rewatching to prep for these. Usually I watch a lot more, but I was gone for the whole weekend at Game On Con, where I met the voice of Kari. I met the voice of Tuxedo Mask. I don't know if he plays a Digimon. I know the other ones are not in Digimon, but I was gone for like 24 hours
We can
this
forgive
weekend.
you.
Yeah. So I wanted to watch more, and then when I got home and turned it on, I fell asleep to Edamon.
Yeah.
Like it was great.
Well, there's so many of the fucking those villains in that that sort of mini arc, or like the they had the 4, and then they just the random ones they met along the way as well. Like even like Ogremon as well.
Yeah. But he was earlier. He was just
he was heaps early. Yeah.
He was like Devimon's simp, you know?
Yeah.
He was the first simp. But then what happens next? Who do they meet next? Then they basically go against the 4 horsemen, right? The bringers of the end of the digital world. Metal Seadramon, Puppetmon.
Puppetmon was so cool.
There
was like Robotmon. What was that?
What
was the we had like the weird chess thing?
I forget. And then the 4th one was Myliotismon, who I think is still Devimon, but Devimon, after he got defeated, somehow instead of dying, he digivolved.
Myotismon was pretty cool.
And then and then he was basically taking over the real world. And that's what happened. And then you see like you find out that Kari is the final Digidestined, because there was supposed to be 8 and there's only 7 going through most of it.
Except if you count the movie stuff with Willis. But that's kind of like, you know, weird alternate stuff.
Yeah. I haven't seen the movie in like 20 years.
Yeah. It's out there. Yeah, that was the one. Machinedramon.
Yeah, Machinedramon. Okay.
I thought he was cool as well.
Yeah, the villains of Digimon fucking carry, because they are so good. They are so good. They're all S tier if we were to do a tier list for villains.
But Edamon just slightly at the front end of that S.
The very top, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I found something out that I didn't want to find out about Digimon. So Gotsumon, the cat.
Yeah, the one in the background.
So you would think that people like Angemon, right? Or Angewomon as the one that they find sexy. Oh, nope. It is the cat. They find the cat more sexy for some reason.
This is very culture going too far again.
When I was getting my playmat, I was going through all of the things for the playmat for the Digimon card game. And like most of the playmats were like the cat over-sexualized. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on here? So I, being me, was a little disturbed by that. And I was like, no, why can't it be Angewomon? And then I did find one where Angewomon, Lady Devimon, and another female Digimon were more sexualized than the cat. So I don't feel like the world is completely over. but it is not something I would like be like, oh yeah, Gusmon, fucking the cat is hot. Like, what the fuck?
No, you've taken a wrong turn somewhere there.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, I'm so disturbed.
But that was one of the other cool things. Like they had Angemon and then Angelwoman. It was like the almost like the in Pokemon they have like the male and female versions, but it was rare. And then you had the Devimon and the Deviwoman. I always thought that was cool having the dichotomy of the sort of like, you know, the heaven and hell characters in a way, and they've both got like the male and the female, where you didn't really get that in any of the others.
Yeah. So the wrong site. I was actually on Amazon looking for the playmats. So it was
all
on
the wrong
Amazon.
sites these days. You can't get away from this weird furry stuff.
Yeah, I was better off going to Etsy and find less like sexualized Digimats. But yeah, I found one with like Vmon, and the other like, and like Vmon in like the later shows has like a female thing, like a female tamer or Digidestin or whatever. I think they're called tamers later on, because like they're more based off the video games than the fucking original shows. And she's like 10, and they like over sexualize the 10-year-old with the fucking Vmon, and I was like, no, I want the Vmon. I don't want her like that. Come on, stop it. So I didn't. I was like, this is fucking awful. Come on, Amazon, what are you doing?
Fuck's sake.
I was like, shit. So I found out some really weird shit about like the obsession with people in this family.
You never want to go too far down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, that's why I'm like for me, for Goblin Slayer, like I have all the books and everything, and I do not look for any like fan art or anything, because I'm like, I'm scared to see what they do to like Priestess, who's like 15 and all that. And I'm like, nope. Furries. He's talking about furries.
Yep.
Yeah, I do see a lot of like Christian symbolism. Like when they meet Lord Bakuman or Bakuman, the ghost, they're like dressed up as like a church, but it's a church for Bakuman.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it's trick or treating. Yes, trick or treating. You're the treat, and we're the trick. You know, try to like get them. But it's just original Digimon had such a great story.
Yeah.
And like you care about the characters. Like the new one, like a lot of people say it's really good. I'm watching it and I'm just thinking, I don't care about these characters. These are the same characters I grew up with, and I don't care about them at all.
Yeah.
But man, these fights are cool.
Yeah. It's kind of, it's a bit like Dragon Ball Z to Super. It's like it's the same characters, or even like Dragon Ball Z to GT. It was the same characters you grew up with, but they were different. And you don't really, somehow you don't really care about them as much, but it's still all the same.
The only character I'd still care about in Super is fucking Vegeta, because he's the only one who's like getting a story arc and his character development keeps going up.
Yeah.
And then
up until the end, yeah.
And then Goku
up until the end, it's like the
stupid.
Vegeta show, and then it goes back into the old sort of Goku formula.
Yeah, fucking.
But yeah, like the comparisons we were making before, like Digimon to Pokemon, and how each Digimon has its own personality, its own like character to it, where you know they can say more than just their names. It adds so much more to it, and then you add in how they can digivolve up and then back down. You're not stuck with the so they're carrying them a lot of the times.
When they're
in their arm, like Mimi's always carrying that little I can't remember what her one was called, but Mimi was always carrying that like tiny little one around.
Yeah, it was Palemon's the rookie form, but I think fuck, I don't remember the name of the in training form.
Yeah. But yeah, there was so many more opportunities you could go with that. Where Pokemon, they were just really introducing new human characters as like foils in the episode. These, it's all Digimon. Like there's no humans, and the Digimon are just like human monsters kind of thing.
Yeah. Another thing I really liked about Digimon. Let's go to like season 2 with Davis and all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You have the old characters coming in, like they're in the Digi world and they can't do anything because the Emperor, the Digimon Emperor, who later becomes a good guy, and was supposed to be one of the Digidestined, has created these black spiral towers that stop people from digivolving. And they're like, oh, well, you can't digivolve. You have to get these digi eggs that have the crests on them.
Yeah.
And it added armored digivolving, which is awesome. Which, by the way, once I get money again, I am buying all the Digi Evolution cards and making a Digi Armor deck. Even though they're not as good now, I still want the deck to play it at locals and stuff. But they added armor, and it's like, okay, well, Ty and Matt are no longer the carries.
Yeah.
Right? You have Davis, Cody, Yoli have to fight, and they're the same age as TK and Kari now. Yeah. So TK
and I love that
Kari
they brought
can
them
still
in.
keep going.
Yeah.
Right? So you get these new sets of characters and how they interact with the old one. Like Ty giving Davis his glasses.
Yeah.
Like his goggles.
Yeah. And Davis, essentially is like the new stand-in for Ty in the series.
Yeah, Ty and Matt. Yeah. And he's kind of like I was with my neighbor growing up. I wanted to be just like him. Right? And so I'm kind of like Davis in the fact that I also wanted to date his sister. Because Davis wants to be like Ty and date Kari.
Yeah.
Right? But Kari likes TK. And then they get it, like you have these two young boys fighting over Kari, and it's like, stop fighting! Like you guys got to like save the digital world right now. What are you doing? And they're just like, you can tell they're like young guys that both like the same girl, and like TK's had an advantage for knowing her for like 5 years at this time, and it's like it's just great. The good thing about Digimon is that at least in season 2, they progressed and aged the characters from season 1, unlike comics.
Yeah, and unlike Pokemon, like Ash has been the same forever, but these characters like grew and like evolved themselves.
There is another one. I don't know when it is. I don't know where it is in the timeline, but it has Ty. I think Ty and Sora are married or whatever, and they have kids, and they have Digimon now. I only know this because I think I have one of the cards where it's like an old ass Ty, but I don't know where it is in my thing. And they have like kids. So like the older people got older and had people, but like all the characters like are so different. Like you had Izzy, who was the only one who understood computers at the time. You had Joe, who wanted to be a doctor but was like scared. You had TK that cried because he was a little kid that missed his brother because his parents were divorced. You had Matt, who always tried to seem cool but always wanted to protect his little brother.
He was like the lone wolf, and he even got like the wolf.
He got the wolf. You have who else is there? You have Mimi, who's like, I never wear the same clothes more than a day. I need to change.
Yeah, like she'd be like I guess you'd call it like a valley girl kind of thing.
Yeah, and I think she moves to America, or she's from America and she was in like Japan for camp or something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But in like season 2, she's in America. like the whole time. So maybe she's in America for like fashion. I forget. I think the end of Digimon Try, the sequel to OG 1 and 2 with Guillemon or whatever, the red dinosaur thing. I stopped watching then, but I kind of wanted to keep watching because I did like dinosaurs and he was like another dinosaur.
I mostly stopped after Adventures 2.
Yeah. And I think I stopped because let's see, that was like 2002. So in 2002, I think I was playing like 4 sports. So I never had time to like watch TV because I was always gone playing sports. And when I wasn't gone playing sports, I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So I didn't have time. So like from 2002 to 2004, I don't think I watched anything other than Dragon Ball Z because that would be the only thing I had to watch. I was like, I can't miss it.
Well, they pretty much just stopped airing the like on main TV here. Like we had the morning cartoon shows that were just on free to air TV. Cheese TV, I think, would have been the era that Digimon was on, and they played the first 2 seasons. But after that, it was like I didn't have cable, so I didn't have Cartoon Network or anything like that, or Fox Kids to go watch it. So I just really couldn't have access it. But from what I hear, like a lot of the like it wasn't a lot of the same sort of stuff, and I was really mostly watching it for the characters. Like the world and stuff was cool, but I really liked the characters, especially those season 1 characters like Izzy and Ty.
Izzy and Ty.
Yeah.
Matt's my favorite. Matt and Ty. Yeah. Matt and Ty.
Within the Digimon the movie, the one they made for America, which was they got the first, I think, 2 or 3 movies from Japan and like re-edited them into one movie and dubbed it for America and made all these new music soundtrack and stuff for it. Ty and Izzy are really prominent in that, and I really like that they developed that sort of chemistry and stuff. There's even a weird thing with like Izzy and Ty's mum, where he's like the only one who will like sit there while she cooks and like actually help her. Like Ty's just like, I don't care about this. I'm off doing whatever I'm doing, and Corey's off somewhere else, and Izzy's the only one just stuck there helping her. And it's some of the best comedy in that movie.
So Izzy and Ty are like the main characters in the 2021. You get cool. Matt for a little bit, but Izzy's in like every episode, and so is Ty that I've got to so far. So it's the new one's okay, but it doesn't give you a reason to give a shit about the characters.
Yeah, I'll check it out eventually. I'll probably do like a big binge watch of it. Yeah, it's up to season 2, isn't it? Did you say?
Season 2 is coming out. That's what the big announcement is. So they just relaunched the Digivices of Davis and Ken. So they got the black Digivice and the blue one, and I think it was like $100 each, and they're already sold out because I was going to buy one, but then my computer broke, so I couldn't. I was like, shit, now they're sold out, so I can't get them.
Yeah.
But have you played any of the Digimon games?
Yeah. Old school. The Digimon, I had it on, I'm almost certain it was on PS1.
Digimon World?
Yeah, Digimon World.
Yeah, I actually, if I run down to my car, which I don't want to do, I can probably find the Digimon or the Digimon World case for the first one. So, funny enough, that game, Digimon World 1, on PlayStation 1 is better than Digimon World 4 Next Order or whatever the fuck it's called, the one I just played, because you have more control of the Digimon than you do in the new one. And I don't understand
it, because that's been the weakness of Digimon for me, is the video games. Like the Digimon World was pretty good. It was just so hard to play for a kid because it was very I found it very, like, it didn't really tell you what you were meant to be doing. It was just kind of throw you out there and see what happens.
Yeah, no explanation on how to play at all.
Yeah,
but
and
it was so much. so much better than the new one.
Well, that's the thing. Like, they haven't really ever nailed a proper, like, Pokemon. You know, that's what they do best. That's all they do. They just blockbuster game after blockbuster game. But Digimon has never really nailed that aspect of the franchise. I think they're probably parallel in the card game. Like, you know, I don't play the card game or anything, but from what I sort of hear, like, you know, popularity, Pokemon's probably, you know, edges it out. But for gameplay and everything, the card games are probably pretty parallel for popularity.
This is probably one of the best card games I've ever played.
Yeah,
Like Davis, Wormmon. Of course, I my favorite Digimon is fucking Vmon. So any one of Vmon's forms.
Yeah.
All of them. Fucking awesome.
I love the evolved gold one.
Golden Vmon.
Yeah.
Gold Vmon. Yeah. Or like the armored one where it's Magnamon.
No, yeah, the one just before that where he's just gold Vmon.
Yeah. Gold Beedramon.
Yeah. But the old school ones, I probably go War Greymon.
War Greymon, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was Black War Greymon, the villain.
Yeah.
Who was like fucking cool as shit. So I was at the con yesterday, and they had a whole bunch of Digimon that you could build, like models.
Yeah.
I almost spent like $600 because I wanted to get them all and build them all.
I heard you say that on the Lethal card show.
Yeah, I almost fucking spent all my money.
It's a dangerous game, toy collecting.
Yeah. Well, they're models, so I would have to build them and paint them.
Yeah, I know. That's even. That's like, and then you're not even just thinking about the money output. Then you're thinking about the time and effort output as well. And you're like, oh shit, what have I got myself into?
Yeah. Have you ever played Digimon Cyber Sleuth?
It sounds familiar. I don't think I've played like any more than an hour or two of it, if I have.
All right. I'm going to have to do a whole new playthrough on it and put it on this channel. You're basically this kid who like becomes a detective, and you're fighting through the digital world, and you're just going through the whole thing, and you're like solving crimes. It's kind of really cool. I didn't even know there was a sequel. The first one is really good, and I got to a point where I accidentally had the wrong set, and I couldn't win. And I was at a point where I was stuck, so I had to go back and redo it and like play that extra 20 hours to get to where I was. And when I got there this time, I made sure not to have 3 vaccines because that's what cost me, because they were all like strong against vaccines, and you're like, shit. And so I brought the right team the next time and ended up beating the game. But I might have to do a new playthrough. I'll have to ask the chat, be like, hey, or the community tab, be like, do you want to see me play the Digimon game? Because Digimon has been taking over my channel, even though Pokemon's still my most popular stuff that I do. But Digimon is fucking awesome. Maybe I'll just make a Mon channel where if it says Mon, you know, Biggles is pro-vaccine confirmed. Well, you know, I had to have Agumon and all of them, you know? Fuck. It's vaccine, virus, and what's the third one? Hold on. I might know.
I can't help you.
Vaccine. Why are you all vaccines? Data is the other one.
Oh, yeah.
So I had like 3 vaccines because of like the Digimon I liked were all that. But I like to do merch and manga. Do you have any Digimon stuff with you? I should have told you beforehand, but
not with me. But I've got the. This is all I owned of Digimon. really. I had the game. I had one of the early Tamagotchi, like the first Digimon ones they brought out.
The original Digivices? Yeah.
Yeah. But that's, I could not tell you where that is if I tried. I could spend a year looking for that, and I don't think I would find it.
Yeah. I spent 2 hours looking for it. So
but there was a lot of cool stuff, like from that early era. Like I had some figures and stuff as well. Little Agumon and some little Gabumon.
mhm.
But apart from that, it was just hard to find in Australia.
Mm-hmm. I had Gabumon, Weregarurumon, Greymon, Agumon, and Patamon. I think I were the ones I all had. And I would play with those all the time. I don't have any of them anymore. I wish I did.
Yeah, I know.
But me being the card guy, I have what is known in Japan as Hyper Coliseum cards.
Yeah.
So this was the trading card game in the early 2000s. These are, I think it was like 3 years that it lasted. These are like a rock, paper, scissors style game. You have your like 3 types of attacks, and like it would change based on what attacks happen. Like some of your attacks could go to 0. And then I have Larry Biggles again.
Yep.
And then I do have my deck of the new trading card game, which is probably one of the best trading card games I've ever played.
Nice. All shiny, very shiny.
Yeah, I have like 4 alternate art cards that I bought for that one.
Cool. I've seen you show some of them off on the on your shorts and stuff.
Yeah, they're nice. A lot of those are over there though. Like all my Royal Knights. I got that I showed off a little earlier, my play mat.
That's I love that image.
That's
really cool.
The one I really wanted was
don't say the cat one.
Was the cat? No, I'm just kidding. It was a Vmon one, and like there was one with the Vmon and the trainer, but I didn't like the position of Vmon. So I clicked the other one of it, and I was like, "Damn it! Why do you have to like over sexualize like a 10-year-old? Like fucking weirdos."
Yeah.
And so there's some cool play mats with Flamedramon, Magnemon, and Raidramon.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
That I might buy on Etsy, but I need to get my money back. Yeah, I think that's what happened to me. We did a garage sale, and that's where most of my stuff was taken.
Yeah, it's so hard to keep track of all that stuff over the years.
And remember how I said I had the Davis and TK Tamagotchi one, the Digivice? Well, I have this, which when you connected your Digivice right here, and then all the information would show up here, and you could like play on this screen for a little bit with them.
That's cool.
And sucks that I can't find my Digivice. I fucking ripped apart everything, found stuff I haven't seen in like 14 years, and I can't find it anywhere. So I'm like devastated.
The newer ones look pretty cool.
Favorite Digimon? Yeah, I've been well, I wanted to buy the new what's it called? The new Davis and Ken Digivice, but my computer broke and I didn't get it, and then they were sold out. Favorite Digimon minus Stingmon, says Timon. Do you have a favorite Digimon?
I mean, it's got to be Edamon or Metal Edamon, actually.
All right.
Yeah, I love that episode when he comes back. I don't know why. I just love it.
He's awesome. He is the king incarnate.
And he has the little fight with Puppetmon
Yeah.
in that. It's so cool.
Mine.
Or was it Pied? No, Puppetmon. Yeah.
Mine is Vmon.
Mm-hmm.
But before Vmon, it was Were-Garurumon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because I was obsessed with werewolves.
Mm-hmm.
Biggles needs a filing system. I do. I need to organize all my shit, but I'm like too special for that.
Digimon sorting system.
Yeah. So we are now at the tier list time. So I'm going to pull up the tier list. Now, this tier list does not have any of the villains because there's no such thing as a bad villain on this. They're all S tier. They're all fantastic. They make the show. Yep. So we have the good guys. We're going to start with Armadillomon. Armadillomon can digivolve into, I think it's Anklemon, which is kind of like the Ankylosaurus.
Yeah.
It Armor digivolves to Submarimon and Digimon. Digmon's one of my favorite, and I might actually build a deck around Digimon because of his effects in the card game, and I think that would be so cool to do. He is Cody's Digimon, and he kind of has like a southern accent, but not like too strong, if I remember right. So what's your thought on Armadillomon?
Cool. Got some great evolved forms. What is it? The drill one?
Yeah, Digimon.
That's one of my favorites in the season 2 ones as well. So yeah, I'd go pretty high. I don't know if I'd go mega, but I'd definitely go ultimate.
All right. So I think he's either end of ultimate or start of champion.
Yeah.
He's like the end of mid. I think Armadillomon is cooler than a lot of the earlier Digimon.
Yeah. We already kind of reminded me of what is it, the Ikakumon, the evolved form of that as well.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Is this? Yeah. Well, that was no Ikakumon is
the hammer.
Is no, that's Zudomon, I think.
Yeah. Zudomon,
yeah. But dude, I told you they're already S tier. They don't need to be on the list.
Yeah, Myotismon, Davidmon, they're all straight at the top.
Yeah, they don't need to be on the list. They're all mega evolutions. They're all fucking awesome. All right. But he is the Kakumon is our Submarimon for Armadillomon.
Yeah.
So when he armored it's Submarimon. All right, we have Agumon, one of the most popular Digimon in the game. Currently,
only one place for it.
Currently, Agumon is with the Shine Greymon meta, the king of the card game. He's in training, right? He's the worst of the worst.
No, he's got to be mega.
Oh yeah, of course.
No other place for Agumon.
The king of the franchise, Agumon.
Yeah, he's basically the Pikachu. The Pikachu of Digimon.
He is the Pikachu of Digimon. He's right here. He's the very bottom. He's the worst of the worst, you know?
The list's chalked already if we fuck up Agumon.
So now we have Biomon, Sora's Digimon. She has Birdramon, who's basically a phoenix. Mm-hmm. And then Garudamon, who's like a giant hawk/falcon thing that fights on 2 legs and like it's fucking cool.
Pretty badass.
Yeah, Garudamon is fucking badass. Spiral Twister's main attack.
Yeah. I even like Birdramon. It's got that weird kind of scream.
Meteor Strike.
Yeah.
Where would you put Birdramon?
See, I'd be flipping between champion and ultimate again.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe champion.
Yeah. Okay. That works. Now we have Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Timid little Cody. Rarely ever. I think one time he like sticks up for himself against the rest of the group, and it leads to like I think it leads to Armadillomon like evolve or digivolving and fucking shit up.
Yeah.
He's
weird
kind
little
of
bowl. His communist bowl haircut.
yeah, he's kind of like a little mix of like Joe and Izzy.
Yeah.
He looks up to Izzy a lot.
Yeah.
But
He's like Izzy without the humor, I reckon.
yeah, he's not as funny as Izzy. Where would you put him?
I'm not going to put him ultimate with his Digimon, but I'd go rookie, maybe champion.
Rookie sounds good.
Yeah.
Now, I have a friend who told me that her friend hates Davis more than anything in this world. And I said, why? Well, she said
more than anything. That's very strong. That's
well,
very strong commitment to hate.
Digimon is this person's favorite thing in the entire world. And they hate Davis the most. And I go, why? She goes, I don't know. Her favorite characters are TK and Matt. And I go, oh, it's because Davis likes Kari. And that's why she hates him more than anything in the world, because she wants TK to be with Kari. And I was like, everything makes sense now. So Davis is the stand-in for Ty and Matt in the second one. He also plays soccer like Ty. He has Ty's goggles that were given to him. This picture actually is before he got Ty's goggles.
Yeah.
This is like episode 1.
Yeah, right from the start.
Yeah. Davis is kind of a hothead when he should be trying to save the world. He's fighting with TK over Kari, trying to impress Kari. He is the partner of my favorite Digimon, and he's similar to the Biggles when Biggles was young. So where do we put Davis?
Pretty high up there. I mean, I don't know if you want to go mega, but I'd go at least ultimate.
I would go mega, but
yeah, I'm happy with that.
The person who hates Davis more than anything, she can never see this list.
This is hidden. This is a hidden stream.
So we're going to go to Gabumon, and I think there's only one spot for Gabumon.
Yeah, straight up the top as well.
Now, is Gabumon cooler than Agumon? Because if you ask me, yes. I know his ultimate is Metal Garurumon, but I always liked Were Garurumon better.
He seemed like he had no movement as Metal Garurumon. Like he had those, like, you know, all that armor on his legs. He was like and he'd kind of just like move around like really stiff. And it's like, how's this thing even walking properly?
All right, hold on. We're being told Davis has to be an ultimate. He's not good enough to be mega. Besides the storyline with his grandpa, nothing really happens. Oh, Cody?
Yeah, I think it was Cody.
Yeah, that has to be Cody because he's the only one I remember with a. I'm sensing a bias here. Well, I already said there's a bias, okay?
Yeah, straight off the bat.
That's what tier lists are. All right, so we got the new sex appeal of the show.
Oh, fuck.
I still can't. I was like, no, this is bad. We got
especially when you've got the Digivolve version. It's like, and you choose the cat.
Yeah, you choose the cat when you got Angelwomon.
Yeah.
Like, look at this. Like, look at her. Come on.
Yeah.
They choose the. But Gotsmon started off as a villain.
Yeah.
And she has this fucking tragic backstory.
Yeah.
And it's all because in the digital world, like months go by and it's only like a day. Right? They're in the Digi world for like 6 months or something like that. In Digimon time. And it's like, you've been gone 6 hours. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
No one even knew you were gone.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody's still at camp. But Gotsmon was like abandoned by Kari for like over a couple years. That she ended up digivolving to champion form. Now, the ring on her tail is what gave her more power. So that's how they were able to say, well, this champion Digimon is not as strong as the other ones, was taking away her tail ring. I also really like the voice of Gotsmon. But
yeah.
I after seeing that image, I never want to like put her anywhere high again. It ruined it for me. Angelwomon is fucking badass.
Absolutely.
And then her armor digivolve is like a what are those fucking cat things called in like ancient Egypt?
The Sphinx.
Yeah, so she's like a sphinx when she armor digivolves, which I thought was really cool.
And the two angels merge, don't they?
Yeah,
Angemon and Angelwomon. Yeah,
yeah, they can they merge. I think at the end.
That's one of the coolest ones. But because of Angelwomon, I'd say at least champion.
Well, no. So when I say Kari abandoned her, it's because Kari didn't go to the Digi world with the other Digidestined because she was homesick from camp. So they said Kari abandoned her, like she felt abandoned by her thing, and then she was like picked up by like Wizardmon and Meliodas-mon, and then turned evil. When you're saying poor design, are you saying from the mat, or are you saying from it her like the play mat that ruined it for me, or the or losing the ring power? So where would you put this Digimon?
So because of Angelwomon and the further Digi-evolutions, I'd go no lower than champion.
Okay. Before or after Biyomon?
Before.
Okay. So it seems a little sexist that our girls are mid.
Just mid bitches in Digimon.
Just mid bitches in Digimon. Gabumon. No, not
Gato.
Garum. How do I not remember his name? Gamamon, I think.
Gamamon.
Something really close to that.
They're just like Japanese words with mon at the end of it.
Yeah. So his rookie form is probably one of my favorite Digimons of all time. And in the show, he's really funny. He's always trying to like make Joe feel better. And like sometimes
that miserable prick Joe.
He sometimes uses Joe as the butt of the joke.
Yeah.
And it's really funny. And then when he digivolves, he's not as cool as a Kakumon. No. And then when he's Zudomon, he's cool again. But from my once favorite, I would say he's mid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
He
the
was-
design's really cool.
He was so
out
cool.
of the rookies, like I like that design and Agumon the best, but yeah, I think Joe just brings him down.
Fucking Joe ruins everything.
Joe's a weird character.
Yeah. We'll see where we put Joe when we get to him.
Yeah, you can imagine there's a lot of like kids like Joe in Japan. Sort of like, at school and like, you get a bad grade, you're fucked. And Joe's just like under this constant stress of just like, oh shit, what's gonna happen?
Fucking poor Joe. All right, but we're not talking about Joe unless you want to go straight to Joe and skip Hawkmon and Izzy. Okay, so we have Hawkmon. Yo Lee's Digimon has some cool fucking armor Digi-evolutions. And then I don't like its normal Digi-evolution. No offense, Hawkmon, but you're the least memorable Digimon for me. And I can't remember much about your personality anymore. I just remember liking the voice a lot. So this is all you.
Looking at him and the evolved versions, I'd maybe just go rookie.
He's like the worst Digimon on the list, in my opinion. Now we have Izzy, the brains, the funny one, the one who saves the day multiple times with his brains, has fucking Tentamon, who is fucking cool as shit.
Yeah, and another great design.
Yeah, and Tentamon just gets cooler and cooler as he gets bigger.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else to say about Izzy other than
from the movie alone, I've got to put Izzy in Mega.
Just hold on, I'll be right back.
No, if you haven't seen the movie in the chat or anything, or if you haven't seen it in a long time, Izzy carries that movie. Like we were saying before, like Izzy's the only one who knows how to use like the internet and computers and stuff. And back then, like if they didn't have Izzy in that movie, done. Because the premise is a lot of it is they're trying to upload. They're basically like uploading the Digimon into the internet and sending them after this other like crazy Digimon who's got this virus attached to it. And without Izzy, there is no movie, because once the internet goes down at Ty's place, Izzy's the only one that has any idea how to fix the computer. All he does is reboot it, but Ty's just there shaking it like an idiot.
Yeah, Izzy's awesome.
Izzy, top tier,
possibly the best human in the game, in the show. Where are we putting Joe? We talked a little bit about Joe. He's stressed. He wants to be a doctor. He's got a cool rookie Digimon.
Yeah.
He passes out a lot. Seasick. There's an episode where he's like, Sora's like, oh yeah, you're the leader. And then Sora's always like, no, we got to do this. And he's like, I'm the leader. And he's like, it takes charge. And he's like, that's probably his best episode. And it also shows how fucking shit Joe is.
Yeah. It becomes a tyrant immediately.
And you're just like, oh, Joe, come on. We were gunning for you. So I think he's the bottom.
I could agree with that.
Cody and Hawkmon are just barely above him.
Just like, barely.
Shit. All right. Now we are on the waifu. And I only say the waifu because TK and Davis are always fighting for her. So not our waifu, but the show waifu that the boys all chase. If it was a harem, it's Kari's harem.
Yeah, 2023, you really need to make that distinction. Not our waifu.
Not our waifu, the show waifu. She is the harem. She has her own harem in this show. Who knew Digimon was a harem anime?
And in the movie, she even had Willis, like the American Digidestined, who was like from the original ones who just like got separated. Even Willis was trying to have a crack at Kari.
Yeah, there we go. So Kari has a harem. It's a reverse harem anime. Little sister of Tai, Gasumon's partner.
From season, like from the start of the show to when I like stopped watching, the end of like season 2 and maybe a bit at the start of like season 3 or whatever, one of the biggest character developments is Kari.
Great character development, and I met her new voice actress, and she's awesome. So that gives her a little bonus points. I would say Ultimate.
Yeah, I can go with that. I could even go Mega, but if you want to go Ultimate, I'm happy with that.
Well, I don't want to put Kari above 2 other people, so
no worries.
We're going to go. All right, so we have Ken. Ken is the only one who gets to be one of the villains who gets to be on this list, and the reason why is because he becomes a good guy. He is the Digimon Emperor. His black spiral things are stop the Digi evolutions, which is fucking cool. He's probably smarter than Izzy, if not as smart as Izzy. He's like a prodigy, like when it comes to like being smart in the show.
And Izzy's very like sort of more specified, like tech and computers and stuff like that.
When Ken is like everything.
Yeah.
But he's not as funny as Izzy. So he can't be ranked as high as Izzy.
No.
He ends up becoming like best friends with Davis, leading to Paldramon and Imperialdramon, which I fucking love so much that they are the deck that I use. So I don't want to be biased towards Ken because of that, but I do think he is at least champion.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He could be like the bottom of Ultimate.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I'd say bottom of Ultimate.
But him when he's the villain, it's fucking awesome. And then he's like, I think if I remember right, Wormmon gets hurt, and that's what changes everything. Because he would beat the shit out of Wormmon and like be really rude to him, and Wormmon would just keep coming back, like you're my partner, right? Like I'm not going to leave you. And then Wormmon gets hurt, and like everything like changes because it wasn't from him, right? And if I remember right, that's what happens. All right, we have the king of the show, Mr. Cool himself. Do we even have to like argue this, or can I just put him at Mega?
Yeah, just put him at Mega. Mister, I don't need any of the rest of the Digidestined. I'm doing this on my own.
Yeah, and the funny thing is his character is like the same in the new one, right? Yeah. They don't change Matt because they're just like, nope, badass.
Well, why would you? Why you can't?
One of the 2 loves of my life as a child, Mimi. We are on Mimi. I can't even argue this one because my heart's too much in it. I can't do this. Well, so you have to carry Mimi, okay?
It's not another Digimon mid bitch. So we've got to put it higher than that. But yeah, Mimi, like Gen 1, old school, like Digidestined, help carry the team, help launch the franchise. I've got to put Mimi probably Ultimate.
All right. Before or after Davis or Kari? Where do we put her?
No, I'd say mid bitch of Ultimate.
Mid bitch of Ultimate. One of the original loves of my life, Mimi. I was like, oh, Mimi's on, and I would just like rewind on my VHSs. Digimon.
Yeah.
All right, Mimi's Digimon Palmon becomes
perfect match, like from Digimon, Digidestined to Digimon. I don't think there was
they're the same. They're the same fucking person.
Exactly.
Oh, and I don't know if I showed this off, but this is my other deck. So I'm using Rosemon, who is the final evolution of Palmon.
Lilymon's in there, isn't it?
Yeah, Lilymon's in there too. That's the ultimate form.
I saw you. I saw you got a Lilymon recently.
Yeah, it's in here. And this card's fucking cool because it allows me to play my trainer. Which, funny enough, it's not Mimi. It's this chick from like the newer ones.
Oh, okay.
That I use instead. But the Mimi cards aren't as good for this. What I want to do. All right.
I can't remember the name of it, but the champion form, like the giant cactus.
Togemon.
I love that one. It was like the old school Final Fantasy. The giant cactus, isn't that?
It was a boxing cactus. How fucking cool is that? Your love is a mid pitch. This is so harsh. So harsh. Patamon. Fucking Patamon could not digivolve to save its life.
No.
At all. And then comes in clutch and takes out Devimon.
Moment of the series. Like moment of the at least season 1.
Holy shit. Holy shit. And then Patamon kind of stays mid until Meliodas-mon, where he has to take on like another devil thing. Yeah. And basically he was the heaven versus hell anytime they had to do a fight. Otherwise, he was a background character.
Yeah.
Although he was badass, I would say he's top of the champions.
Yeah, I could go with that. Put him next to Angelmon even. But yeah, I could see that.
I could do that. I'm down with that. All right. Now, the other love of my life. Sora. So Sora's a better character than Mimi.
Yes, yeah.
And she's like,
you get so much more of Sora.
And she brings out the best in Tai. Tried to bring out the best in Joe, but Joe is helpless. She's always bringing up other characters.
Yeah.
And always defending Tai, even when Tai fucks up, you know?
Yeah. Except in the movie when she basically just brushes it. She's like completely ignoring him the whole movie. She won't return his calls, anything.
Well, she does that. I think she does that in season 2 too.
Yeah.
She's like mad at Tai because he fucked up or something.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they get married in like one of the later shows.
That's cool.
But I haven't seen it. So where would we put Sora?
I'd go, if she's not in like the low end of Mega, she's got to be the top of Ultimate.
Well, love of my life, she gets Mega, right?
There's no more mid bitches in Digimon. We've got one in the top.
I hate the triangle love bullshit in Digimon Tri. I don't know what Digimon Tri is. But, I mean, Kari has her own harem, so I guess they did it in this one too. So
got them lining up.
Okay, so are we even doing this? Is Tai before Agumon or after Agumon? Like, are we even talking about Tai? Because he's not cooler than that. No one's cooler than that.
No, but yeah.
I'd
put him
go ahead.
Before. I'd put him before Agumon.
Before Agumon?
Yeah.
So these two are clearly the best in the show. They get the most development. Well, until Kari does. But
over the first season, yeah, it's those two. It's like Goku and Vegeta kind of thing.
They're constantly fighting each other, and then they come together with what the fuck was I saying? They come together, and Omnimon, the strongest of all the Digimon, is right there. I don't see how anybody could argue different from these top four.
No. Well, that's the linchpin of the show, at least like season 1, and the show that launched the franchise.
All right, Tentamon. I love Tentamon. Tentamon is fucking amazing. Fucking
every form.
You go right up there with Izzy. Yeah. We don't even have to argue. You are the perfect pairing. You are Mimi, Palmon, Tentamon, and Izzy are just perfect combination.
And I love every form, like starting with Champion at the Kabuterimon. Every single one.
It just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah.
TK, our little crybaby. And then in season 2, he's constantly fighting with Davis over Kari. What do we think of TK?
Well, from what I've seen of the shows, like season 1 and 2, he's definitely a lot better in season 2. But I don't know if he's had that much improvement in season 2 where I could put him above Champion, maybe Ultimate. He's
a mid bitch.
Yeah,
TK's a mid bitch. He's way better than Cody though.
Yeah.
TK is off board.
We didn't have a column ready for TK.
All right. Biggles' favorite Digimon of all time. He's got Flamedramon, Raydramon, Magnamon, Vidramon, Ultra Force Vmon, Stingmon, or not Stingmon, Imperadramon, Peildramon. He's got so many cool shit. I like the voice actor, and when I was watching Demon Slayer and that spider fucker came, and I was like, oh, I think that's like Vmon's voice as well.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh. And Jack of all says Vmon is in training.
Yeah, I was going to say it, but I didn't want to get booted from the stream immediately.
Go ahead, say it. Say whatever you need to say.
No, I was going to read his comment, but I didn't want to just get booted. But I've got to say, this Vmon carries season 2.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hands down. Oh, and X Vmon, Golden Dramon, like fucking so many cool forms. So many cool forms.
Yeah.
That I would try to say this. Better than Agumon.
I can go with you there just because of how many different forms. Like Agumon, up to a certain point, cool. Like War Greymon, after that, it sort of gets a bit stupid when they start like combining and everything, like where he does the fusion with Garurumon. But Vmon just purely by itself, like all the forms it has and how powerful it gets, yeah, I can see that. I can go along with that.
Well, yeah, this is true about season 2.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you got like 3 good characters in season 2. And you can argue that people hate Davis. So
yeah. But that's also coming off the back that the cast of season 1 was so strong.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of really great characters in that without bringing all those old characters back as well, bringing the new ones in, you're gonna get you're gonna miss the the chemistry and everything from the first season, and it's too hard to build back up.
Mm-hmm. You can't beat perfection. Clearly, he's talking about Matt, right? You can't beat Matt. It's impossible. Wormmon. So we talked about Wormmon a little bit with Ken. Wormmon, loyal to a fault. He gets the shit kicked out of him and keeps coming back. A little bit like Stockholm Syndrome. But when he becomes Stigmon, fucking super badass. Would you like to talk about Wormmon? And I think who said Wormmon was their favorite or Stingmon was their favorite earlier? Was that Jack of all Cadril or Timon? Let's see. Stingmon.
Stingmon's awesome. I was just had to go back and remind what it actually looked like. Yeah, Stingmon was awesome.
Yeah.
Paladramon. I can't remember what he looked like as Paladramon.
That's when he here.
Yeah.
I'll grab the card.
Emerges, yeah, when he merges. Yeah. No. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, I'd top tier. I'd say maybe Ultimate or end of Mega.
I have him top of Ultimate, so that's Paladramon.
Yeah, cool.
That's how I fucking smack people in the face.
Yeah.
Pop that out, hit him twice, going deep. Yo, Lee.
One thing about the season 2 is I think a lot of the designs did kick up a gear. Like some of them were a bit basic in season 1, but when you got a lot of those designs in season 2, they really upped the ante.
So Yo Lee sucks. I have nothing good to say about Yo Lee.
I don't even remember the character, to be honest. It was like female Joe.
Basically, I think she liked Joe too, but Joe was like.
Although then she belongs in training.
Yeah, poor Hawkmon. Hawkmon tries to be like cool, but he's fucking stuck with Yoli, so he's not. The coolest thing about Hawkmon is his voice. All right, so that is about it. The funny thing is I had to remember Yoli's name, so I only found it when I was like putting the pictures in.
Well, I only remember she's in the movie like barely at the end of it, or like sort of like halfway into towards the end of it. And I was watching, I'm going, I don't even remember this character at all.
Mm-hmm. So that's about it for the stream. Do you have anything you want to like plug or promote? Or I know you're sometimes on like other people's channels and talk about stuff.
Yeah, sometimes I'll pop up here and there. I've got my own channel, Network of Nonsense. I haven't done a lot of stuff on it for a while, but I just got some live streams on there talking about different movies and stuff. Had some guests on. But every week I'm on Open Airlock Policy, Tim's channel. We do the spacing. So that's a lot of fun. But yeah, getting back to doing some live streams of my own soon. So hopefully I'll get some time. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. I love coming on talking about Digimon and stuff. So any old school, like, retro stuff, I love talking about, because pretty much everything that's coming out now is pretty dull.
Oh, thanks, Chunk.
Cheers, mate.
Too.
Thank you.
So go subscribe to that. I want to thank you for being here. I can't wait for the Yu-Gi-Oh! stream. Let me know if you want to be on it, because I don't have anybody for like the first week of September. Next week we're talking. Well, he said Yu-Gi-Oh! stream, so
Yu-Gi-Oh! That'd be cool.
I kind of want to do like a panel for Yu-Gi-Oh! Like
Yeah.
I gotta see if I can get Mr. Insanity. Jack of all casuals can be on it. I just want the people that like Yu-Gi-Oh to be on it, and then we can just like fucking rip off of it. Because if we talk about it, it's going to be me saying Yugi's a fucking cheater and he's in the bin. He's fucking trash. Get in the fucking bottom, Yugi. And then Kaiba, the greatest of all fucking characters. You know, he's my like top 3 characters of all time.
Yeah.
It's Vegeta, it's Kaiba, and it's Soichiro Tachibana, who's a catcher in mix, and fucking he's so awesome because he's a fucking catcher in baseball, and I love baseball. And he's so good, and he's a ladies' man, and then he gets whipped by the first girl he falls in love with, who happens to be the coach's daughter. And it's a great change from him being a ladies' man to being like, what the fuck are you doing practicing theater for her? Like, what are you doing? But I need to find someone who watches that. This is hurtful. Ban this man. No, I'm just kidding. But thank you so much for being here. I got food to go eat. Next week is Attack on Titan with Fatal J, if Fatal J is still going to be here. I appreciate you so much for being here. Oh, we're a little too close. And I will see you guys next Monday. I'll probably be live on Friday playing Baldur's Gate 3. So later, guys. Bye.
See y'all.
We need to do an ending. Let's do an ending that is fitting of the Biggles.
Biggles is here. Hi, says I could be a hooker. Biggles, will your hooker name be Bagels? Mine would be cream cheese. That's my stripper name.